excess of half a metre of rainfall was recorded in the Waitaki catchment earlier in the week. This has caused the lake levels to rise, the ones you can see behind me here. That rise means there's an excess of water in the system, which means the Meridian and the other power generators have to spill this water into the rivers in the upper catchment and also into the lower Waitaki River, meaning they're all at higher than normal levels.
Two gates have just opened and they're spilling water at the moment. Look at it. It's cold and crazy actually.
I think they just had a lot of rain up in the Alps, the southern Alps. So yeah, a bit more than they probably expected.
There is a warning down further, but not where we are.
Okay. And what's the warning?
Just to get off into high ground, because it was a bit, coming up a bit close to the camps.
Yeah, we are camping just down the road in Aviemore there. No, we got warned to move, so we had to move right away from the banks when they're opening the gates.
Pretty good, yeah, it's pretty spectacular.
Fantastic! Awesome! Look at it! It's just beautiful! It's the first time I've ever seen it. It's great!
It looks pretty cool.
Depends how much rain's fallen up at Mount Cook. So nobody's using electricity in these warm, hot days, so they've got to get rid of the water somehow.
I'm a bit nervous about getting wet, to be fair. The amount of power this must have is just unreal. It's phenomenal.
Most of the lakes have now either peaked or are starting to recede, but there's still a lot of water that needs to be put through the systems. A lot of the rivers that connect these lakes, such as the Pukaki, Ohau, below Benmore, these are all be at higher than usual levels for several days, and also at the lower Waitaki River we'd expect high flows for several days. The main issue we have up there is that there's a lot of campers and holiday makers in the area.
Well, the lake's just come up. They came up last night. It's still rising now this morning and this afternoon. So we had to abandon our first spot. We've now shifted it up 20 metres up that way. So we've now got a jet boat parking spot for our jet boats. And there, so we're not going to be deterred by anything. We're just going to keep going.
Moved it out a bit more, but yeah, we're sort of pretty high here. The caravans are a bit high, so we just sort of moved a bit more out in case it comes up while we're not here.
Guard dog. Did they give you any warning? About 2 or 3 days ago they did, and then yeah, no warning since then.
So what did they say?
Oh, that the lake was going to come up, but they didn't say it's going to come up this high. This is pretty high for around here. We won't go home. We're not going home. We'll survive here. We'll just stay here until we finish our holiday. It won't matter if it does now. We're pretty well set up now, up higher. So no, won't worry us. We're happy.
We arrived here yesterday to find our normal campsite flooded out with the water. As you can see, it's right up to where the road normally goes through here.
So this is the actual road that takes you right down and round past the lakes where they all camp. We're driving down it now.
That's the boat ramp.
guess there's a lot of water flowing right through from the headwaters. A lot of rain been falling, so they've opened up the gates.
Smurf's just been away down here in his boat, which is normally just a track. So you wouldn't normally boat in this. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer really, but yeah, it's pretty hard to get out there water skiing when it's up this high. But
Why is that?
oh, just it's so swift, and yeah, you wouldn't really want your kids out in there playing around in this. Oh, just sort of along the banks here and all around in here, right the way down there. There was campers in there, but yeah, none anymore.
That's someone's clothesline where they're camping. In the tree there.
So they were camped right along here.
I can only just walk down there to swim, and it's just amazing sitting here with Dad.
The lake's a wee bit closer, isn't it now?
Yeah, now.
Cool fun.
Hey? Oh, we're sitting in someone's campsite at the moment.
We arrived and wondered why no one was around, and thought that was kind of too good to be true. Found ourselves a nice camp spot, and yeah, about 20 minutes after we pitched our tent, a fella came over and told us that we had to move. Yeah.
Did you say why you had to move?
Yeah, because the river was coming up, and he wasn't too sure how high it was, so he showed us some ground he thought would be okay. We had a look there, and we decided to play it safe and go to the high bit we're at the moment. Yeah.
The caravan was parked just in there, and all that water out there has virtually come up this morning since about 8:30. So that's how fast the lake has come up around here. And Craig was over there, and he's got water there too.
And though people using the riverbeds and also camping very close to lake margins, so the danger is that if they're not wary of changing lake and river levels or rising lake and river levels, that they may be caught out and have to move camp or get caught in awkward positions. It's an extremely popular spot. We'd expect there to be hundreds of people using the area. I'm not unsure of the amount of people who have had to move as a result of this event, but it's likely to be dozens of campsites. Just be wary that the situation you see now may not stay like that. It may change. Rivers change patterns, they may rise, and just be wary of where you're putting your camp. Think about where you're putting your camp and where you're recreating.